Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're here working on an app to support musicians, and one of the things we're doing is a jam log where you can keep track of songs that you've played on various occasions. And we've done most of the work for that, but we still have to do some cleanup on the user interface, add some sorting, and a few other things. And then hopefully by tomorrow, we're working on persistence for this. All right. Let's see. I'll just bring up that tool. So here we are now. We let you edit things, and we have a flaw that if you delete the title or the name of the song, we still let you save it. So we'd like to have. Let's see if I can get the keyboard working here. Yeah. So we'd like to make it so that if this is blank or empty, that save performance and save song details don't apply. Also, I think maybe we could put the word required in after this, so make it a little more clear. All right, that should be pretty easy. The second one, return to the main jam log, should clear the filter text. So if I restrict this down, boil, and come back, I don't really want to be restricted down to boil again. I'd like that to be empty so that all the songs show up again. Third one, log performances on songs. Okay, so now we log performances like we've done this. We have one recorded. Let's put in another one from Sunday and record that. Okay, we only see the latest, but really there ought to be a section in here that shows all the performances that we've recorded. And I don't know, I'm not quite, I have some ideas on how to do that, I guess. Well, I'll say them. One is, we could just list out the dates. December 11th, 2024, well, it's probably sorted. December 8th, 2024, December 11th, 2024. Another way it might be divided up by years and then months. December 2024, December, and then dash, and then like 8,11. I don't know, structuring it like that a little bit. I'm not sure. And we probably should put the count in because we do want to know that at some point too. So we'll do something there. All right. Third thing, remarks at the song level. All right. So we allow you to make remarks about this performance, but we also need remarks about the song. So the source gives you one place to record things. Let's see. I'll bring up my jam log. I maintain it in Joplin, which is a kind of an Evernote clone or similar thing. So this one, I've got the note that says traditional. Well, that's generic. I mean, it's a source. Same thing from Gene Ritchie, but this is Fall 2023 Retreat. Well, that's when I first learned it or first heard about it. Let's see if we have others. Oh, this one's in a particular book I like, and then some notes on the performance. B part goes up to the 7 and goes back to the 5. Just little notes, Same here, like Shady Grove. This one, I guess I could, I don't know, we could put it in as a note to say it's the same, we actually record this one under Pretty Little Dog. Okay, but it's also known as Little Black Dog, but it's the same song. Okay, so various song level notes. Then we want to do some sorting, popularity last played in source, and also name. This is something kind of like we did in the first lines, and I don't know, the more I see them, the more these are similar. But this one we can sort by name, or we can sort by tab. And I can see all the ones that start with 0 and all the ones that start with 2 and so on. And I might notice like, I don't know, Soldier's Joy and Wildwood Flower both start with 2 going to 4. Okay, so maybe that's worth noting. Or maybe I can just remember the first few notes, and if I know it's 2100, what's that song? Oh yeah, Waterbound, that sounds right, and those kind of things. So I want to do the same kind of sort button. I don't know, when I got 4 things to sort by, name is the other one on here. I guess I should list it explicitly. I may have to I may not be able to use the picker like this, especially if we were doing a smaller phone. I don't know what they do. Maybe I should try the smaller phone. I think we have one still. Yeah, that's SE. Okay, let's run there, see what we're up against. We'll leave that up. Okay, well, I don't know if he's set to the same. I'm not sure if he's maximized on his size or what the deal is. Point accurate in this one. Pixel and point accurate. Okay, not sure. That's going to take a minute. All right, and then once we get the sorting in, then the storage is the big leftover. Except I might want to bring this one up. We had a song library. I thought it was index of first lines library, but the more we add on the songs, sources and remarks and things like that, the more I think it's more of a generic resource across a bunch of things, and it's probably a good seed for your jam log. But you'll have other songs besides, and you want to keep those too and stuff like that. So, yeah, I think that'll get us going enough. All right. So don't save if there's no name. Let's get jam log view. No, jam entry view. All right, and I think this can just be it's a function of song.name. So let's define this in the view. Can save is a bool, and can save is really song.name is empty. Let's say not song.name trimmed. Not available. Oh, come on. I guess characters in dot white space. Okay. So if the song, we trim off the characters, the blanks, and if it's empty, we can't save, so we put a knot on it. All right. Well, all right. Well, already we can see this is not a happy screen. Interesting. All right. Well, let's see how bad this looks. Well, that's big enough. Okay, well, we've got some work to do on our front screen. The other one we haven't dealt with yet is this, and I sort of swore to myself last time, like, hey, don't put this one off till the end, Now, I keep saying, I swear there's a view that will let you tile things and just show them as if they were in rows of text, but they're rows of icons or rows of visual objects. That would be perfect for this. So we'll have to see if that exists. It may need to be scrollable. This is not. Okay. Well, that tells me. Okay, let me add a note on the to-do. So another thing to worry about is rotating the phone and front page on smaller phone. Okay. And then we haven't tried it on iPad either. I guess I would say it could happen on iPad. I don't think we need to make a Mac app out of it, but iPad, there are definitely people that like put their music on their iPad, and then there's a tool called Fourscore, and there's other ones too that lets you keep track of a large list of music. And so they use that for their thing. They might like these tools there on that iPad while they're using it. Okay, so let's go back to don't save. geometry view. So say performance, and I'm going to say dot disabled. If you can't save it, that's why it's not enabled. It's disabled if you cannot save it. I don't know. Can't save seems like a stupid name, so I end up with 2 knots. All right, let's add this on the other one too. Lazy vgrid creates adaptive layouts. Okay, well then we'll have to try that one. I don't know why we would need lazy, but I don't know. Grid sounded wrong. It seemed like it was fixed sized. Running on 3rd iteration. Okay, jamlog. Let's take Amazing Grace. Delete that. And save is disabled. Spaces don't save you, but okay. Well, that's pretty simple. I think it was performances and sorting. Okay. Oh, I should also show you, I added a remarks field at the song level in our data file just so you didn't have to watch me edit a bunch of stuff while I'm putting that new feature in. Okay, let's take a look for that lazy vgrid thing. I guess we won't need this. Arrange your tiles on a grid, okay. Columns. Yeah, but so I have to say the number of columns again, though, or are there ways to not do that? Well, he seems to want that. I could have swore there was a view before they even had lazy grid at all that just worked. I mean, we don't really need lazy. We're going to have, 10 tools or something, but if it worked, okay. But you specify the number of columns by providing a grid item sequence. I guess I could do something to change the number of columns if it was horizontal or vertical, but there's another way. And I think grid has the same characteristic. It wants to know the size. Well, that's not too bound to it. Maybe. Oh, okay. Let's find his. Excuse me. Well, maybe it's this one. Oh, maybe this is all right. Means we have to fit as many items per row. Okay, well, that might be worth it. All right, let's yeah, let's take a break from Jamlog and see if this will just work. The grid. I don't think that fixes everything about it, but it would be nice if it fixed some things. Okay, so content view. All right, right now this is just a VStack. We got our title, which maybe there's a better way to put that up, but okay, so let's do scroll view lazy vgrid. Well, I think I'll steal this too. Okay, so VStack, we're going to change that to two things. Can't quite be right. I'm getting awfully deep. This one has to go up. Okay, so I've got the adaptive columns. I'm running through columns. He has padding horizontal on the lazy V grid. And he has a max height. Well, let's see what we got. Okay, well, he looks a little trimmed on top too. Okay, so scroll view. Let's tweak the size. Minimum. Do I have a size on these tiles? It's not quite what I want. He's got data. Okay, this maybe I have to do this. I have to lazy V grid. I probably shouldn't have this spacer. I don't think I can scroll horizontally. All right, so we got grid item adaptive. We've bumped this size up. Lazy grid spacing 20 with horizontal padding. I don't know, the frame, is that going to be critical? If you want to control the number columns, use flexible instead. I don't want to control the number of columns. Okay. So the first one, it just goes out and then keeps going wrapped around. Well, that seems like what we'd like. It's not enough for each, but, you know, maybe that's the issue. Fit as many rows as possible with a minimum size of 80 points each. Okay. A third option is fixed sizes. Okay, the only thing I'm missing, I think, is this frame. Max height 300 does not sound like very much to me. Okay, is that on the scroll view? No, that's not helping. Specify the scroll view frame height. So I'm not sure what to think. This looks chopped off to me. Maybe we give him some padding. No, it doesn't seem to be. I don't think it's terrible looking. I mean, I think it moves away from that top bar a little bit. Maybe 12 would be better. Yeah, let's try infinity. Let me put a little padding around this. Gives it padding, but it's still chopped off. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to... Let's find out what its documentation says about adaptive and spacing. Okay, so we were looking at lazy vgrid before. Spacing between the grid and the next item in its parent view. Okay. I don't know why my preview is not updating. Well, I'm not seeing any impact from that. Excuse me. Why would it chop off? I mean, okay. I don't know why I have to. All right, let's see this adaptive grid item. We could specify size. Sorry, I'm breaking you. Oh, spacing fin to use content. Oh, there is no size. Oh, that was on grid item. Grid item. Adaptive. Place one or more items to a single flexible item using the provided bounds and spacing to see how many fit. This approach prefers to insert as many items as minimum, but lets them increase to the maximum size. What's adding the spacing between the buttons? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we clearly need some padding on the scroll view. I mean, I don't want stuff jammed on the sides. Oh, something moved. Why is that? Yeah, if the items can be different sizes. Well, I don't know. Do we? I think we must give these a fixed size, right? Maybe not. Tile wrapper, subview, navigation. Nope, that's the tile wrapper. Navigation link is the subview, but the tile is the tile. Okay, 150. Yeah, I'm not sure on that one either. Two views of a custom horizontal stack. The spacing gets preferred spacing where spacing one contains preferences. Access horizontal. Is there padding on the tile? No, I mean, I think he just uses this fixed size. I put some on up here though on the first tile to kind of force him to. What's the matter here? Oh. But these are 150, so somewhere I should be saying that, right? I think the minimum is to be 150. I don't know. Maybe I need spacing after this thing. Push that to the top. Spacer. Yeah. And then I'm going to put some padding on that tile. Then if I put it on the first one. Is enough. Did you add padding to the scroll view to add space around the items? No. But something's weird, right? I mean, I would have thought. Well, let's run it and make sure that's the same. But I would have expected it to take into account the size of the frame it's in, the view it's in, and start wrapping these things. I mean, that's kind of what I thought Paul's thing was doing. Yeah, there's no geometry reader or any of that stuff. He just puts a scroll view. He does give it a maximum height, which I don't know if we did or should or not. 300's probably low. Well, that's way too big. 1,000's big. Okay, so why are you... I mean, he appears like he would scroll. Oh, there's my limit. If it's 300. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to turn this back into a V-stack. I'm going to go back to our big phone. Okay, well that at least appears to be scrollable with the scroll view around it. Yeah, I kind of agree. Maybe, I mean, is there something I'm... let's see. Let's read the thing again on vgrid. And the spacing here, what is that? The spacing to the next item. That seems like we want it relatively small. That's on the grid item. Adaptive. Okay, maybe... Okay, the spacing to the next item. The size is the width. Okay, that's adaptive. Grid item. We don't have spacing or alignment on our grid item. Now, I'm doing lazy V-grid. That's the right one, right? I mean... 1, 2, 3 going across. That's what I want. Using cells that are 80 points in size. Okay, so I think giving them 160 is bigger than they need to be. Spacing 20. Let's see if this affects it now. It seems like I'm not recompiling it. Is this... Ew, is it the id that makes it happen? That's a good idea. Does that suggest tags? Something changed. I didn't see what. Well, that doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe these need to be identifiable. Yeah, that might be it. Let's make Let's see if I can make the tiles identifiable and if that helps anything. Is it the tile? What's being iterated? Okay, normally it's just a view. With data fit into it. Well, yeah, I think you're right. Okay, I think we've spent enough time trying to solve it this way for the moment, but I'm going to keep that idea down here. Well, okay. I think you've got the right research for us and the right idea, but yeah, I think I'm just feeling buried. I really want to make sure we're moving on persistence this week. So I want to get through these other things that I think are relatively straightforward, and then move on back to that. Okay, so React, you need to have an identifier for lists to render correctly. I think you're right that may be the problem. That I thought the tag would do it, but maybe I'm tagging the wrong thing. I don't know. Because I tagged the tile. Well, I tagged the wrapper, but like maybe this. No, that's the thing it shows. Maybe the thing the wrapper produces. I don't know. Oh yeah, that would be fine. Yeah, I just don't know. It's like it doesn't know the horizontal size, and so it doesn't start wrapping. Okay. I'm gonna it's hard to set problems aside, but I'm going to. Okay. So return to the main jam log should clear the filter text. All right. That is jam log view and jam entry view. Okay. Now, the thing I almost want to, yeah, we gave it a try. We'll come back. There's a thing about doing this stuff in the view that kind of makes it overcoupled in a way. So, like, let's see where jamlog is used. It's on the updates. We have to pass it in, and then it's referenced, and we have to store it. But all we're using it for is the button. And I don't know. I'm becoming more happy with passing in a closure that takes like the performance. Maybe takes, well, no, performance and song. Takes a performance and song and then does the stuff with it. So we would compute this and then call the function with that. All right. And then what that does is that lets the parent view own the behavior, and so stuff that happens in the parent is easier to manipulate. Sorry, jamlog view. In particular, I think it'd be easier to mess with the filter text up there because it's the only thing that's aware of it. We don't need to pass it into the sub view. Okay, so doing that, what it does though is we have to pass in handlers for it. Yeah. So what we'll have is a function that is this is the save performance, and his type is performance. Well, I guess it could be song and performance, and it goes to void. Okay, now is that okay? And then right, prefer void. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking it would complain about, not all this other stuff. Okay, and yeah, we have to pass it in, but I think let let's move this up here. And then we have var save song details is song goes to void, I think. We'll have to look. Save song. Okay, you jam up. He just needs the song. Yeah. Okay, so they don't need the jam log to do that. Okay, so I think I can delete this. And delete this. And that'll tell me what has to happen. So, well, we don't need the jam log here. Okay, we're missing the argument. All right. So this is save performance of song and performance. And then I think he can still dismiss. All right, this stuff goes over to the caller. Okay, so who calls jam entry? Jam entry view, song. You'll save performance. Well, I think we'll just make a function that with that name. Song and performance. And that's just log up here. Okay. And he calls save performance. Okay. And then the other one. Now the dismiss, I think, belongs down here where we're controlling the environment that says you were created with a dismiss button and now do it. Save performance. Okay, and then the save song. Save song details. Log.update, and we'll need this. Okay. Jam interview. Now this is save song details with song. And this is save performance. I think maybe, yeah, we'll take that and save song. I think save song might be enough. And that, okay. Cannot convert key. So I'm going to rename this. By hand, apparently. Oh, there it goes. Okay. does he rename everything properly? Yeah, I did there. Contextual closer type. Oh, yeah, right. 2 arguments. Okay. And then jam log view. Save song. Let's rename that one too. Okay, build. Okay, I guess that's happy. All right. That's all views, so I'm just going to run it. I don't know what that complaint is. I think it's just confused. Well, okay. I'm the one that's confused, apparently. Log.keys. Oh. No? Where is that? Jam log view. Cannot convert key array of string to expected argument type. What changed? I can't tell if he's... I don't know what he's doing. Jam entry view song. Oh, okay. Yeah, jam log doesn't fit. Save performance. We've taken this approach before, and I do think it's the right one, because avoiding passing it, creating a dependency to jamlog when this view has nothing to do with the jamlog per se, feels right to me. So hopefully it is right. Okay, so Amazing Grace, we'll save her performance. Good. Let's change the details. Let's put in DAA. Did not change. Well, maybe I'm doing something wrong here. Oh, I gotta hit save song details. Okay, here we go. All right. Yeah, you're right. My effectively cancel. All right, so that was set up. Now return to the main log jam. Should clear the filter text. Let's make that happen over here in jam log view. Okay, so save performance. We're going to clear the filter text. Okay, and okay, so I think, let's make sure this is quite right. So if you just do a back, you're back to the filtered one, but if you do a save, you've committed this one. Now maybe that's going to feel funny. All right, so I do this. Save performance should... Oh, I didn't filter. Let's filter for songs with A. Okay. AN. Edit Angeline will save the performance, and we go back to the whole list. Does that feel right? It does to me, because we want to optimize for entering songs. Boy, I'd love to just hit return. I guess I'm typing, save this, go back, and be ready for the next song performed. Yeah, I think that's the right thing there. Now this one, we don't go back. If we just go back, let's filter, go in, and go back. I stay filtered. That feels okay. I guess I could be convinced either way, but I think you're just sort of going back to where you were, which was filtered. And if you want to keep refining, you can, but you could always go back to everything. I think that's good. All right, and then the save song, you're not going back yet, so we don't need to worry about filter text. If you save song, well, let's try it and see how it feels. Angelina Baker also plays in DAA a lot. If I save this and go back, oh, I didn't go there. Let's put it back to DAD. Save, go back. I think I might like it there too. The only one that won't then is not changing anything but going back. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's do that here too. And I think this is, it's on that border of, it's kind of UI behavior. And if I were John, I'd work pretty hard to get some sort of UI test that could check this behavior. I think my strategy will just be to feel bad for a little bit. Yeah, I think I'm just going to take that strategy. We'll test manually and accept the way it works. Make sure the 3 cases, I'll redo them again just to make sure. Okay, so the rule is if you've edited it, you should, if you haven't edited, you should keep where you were with the filter you have. If you have edited, we save a performance, we go back all the way. And if we change information and go back, things have changed. Let's do that. Okay, I think that's the behavior that makes sense to me. Someone could come back and say, if I back up, it seems like I should just always remove that. But I think, like you said, we made a mistake and clicked the wrong one. I don't have enough here to go by, I guess. Yeah, okay. Oh, I didn't mean Boyle. I meant Angeline. Okay. Yeah, okay. So this is erase filter if the song details or performance change. Maybe it's reset. And I do think this thing of entering the data, click this, bring up the performance. I wonder, I mean, the common case, right? Come in, it's the common case is I have no remarks. I just hit say performance. So maybe there's a maybe this should have a shortcut for that says mark it as today. And then I could do this. Well, my list, imagining my list to be, 100 or 150 instead of 20 or 15. Yes, if I filter enough, I will see this. Like, maybe I should just give myself a little button here. I don't know if it's a plus sign. Where's my beta? I don't know why this is beta for years at a time, but that's their decision. All right, I don't know if I can. Let's see what we have for music. A note list. Maybe that would suggest it. Microphone's sort of not too far off either, but maybe this music note list. Yeah, quick save with the current date. Okay, so where's Jamlog view? This is Jamlog song. Okay, yeah, let's put that. Okay, so I guess I'm saying this entry is going to have the button on it, and we're going to have a new action that just says create a performance quick save performance, or save default performance, maybe. I don't know, something like that. We'll add a function that does it. All right. I guess he needs a song and he's a void action. This, there's no filter text, and then let performance. It's just date parentheses, right? Okay. The log. Now, I guess we do need the log to access that. Current date. I think, well, yeah. Okay, but now this needs he needs the function to pass through. So let quick save be a function from song to void. All right, and then this is I think it's an HDAC with this and a spacer. We're going to force the one to the left and the other to the right, and then a button. Is there system name? How do you do that? System image. Okay. Button. Save. System image was music.note.list. And we can see how that looks. And then the parameter is action. Okay. Cannot convert value of song to void to expect to type at main actor empty to void. I don't know what that means. Well, his action is log dot no, it's this that I want to save. Well, maybe it's this. We have songs, so that's fine. And then performance is whatever it was here. Although, why is this acting different? Okay. And then jamlog song has to take quick save as an argument. Okay, well, didn't pass the song to quick save, did we? Oh, yeah, I didn't before. I guess I was assuming that would pick it up, but there's no reason it should. So I think this is the right way to do it. We needed an explicit action, not a generic one. Although I am a little puzzled. Action is... Oh, I guess the default is the action takes nothing. Right. So we have to provide it. Okay, I think this is kind of right. Quick save button won't open the sub view. I don't. Well, it won't open the child view. I don't think. There may be some better way you're supposed to put these over there. Oh no, I do have to format it. Oh, it does. Why does he open the child view? Oh, because clicking this opens the view. Ugh. Okay, I don't know. There is a way to get a button on a row. Your navigation link has the H stack inside it. Anything in the H stack takes the detail. Move the navigation link inside the H stack. All right, let's see if there's a different one. I don't think this is going to help us on the list. Yeah, I can find a button style that doesn't put that just puts the icon, or I can make the icon just a shape. Oh, any button style except automatic. Okay, let's try that. Button style plain. Yeah, I was thinking on tap gesture might do it. Okay, button. Excuse me. But there is a way to get just the icon on a button too. Okay, that did it. I still have that funniness. Label style. Oh yeah, this is getting there. I still get there. Okay. And if I click on the line, I still go there. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a big improvement. So I can go my long list of songs. Boop. Oh boy, it would be nice if that filter text cleared, wouldn't it? I think it should for consistency with the others. Yeah, it's sort of a note the notes icon. All right. Where's a long one? Yeah. Click there, that's fine. Click there, that's fine. Filter, I guess that's what I was testing. Spotted. Back. Oh, let's do a with animation. Can I put that in here? Okay, so this is filter. Note. Yeah. Okay, this is good. All right. Maybe that's where I should have started if I'd thought of it. All right, so make a quick save icon that stores the current date for a performance. Okay. A little. That's okay. I think these up here is good. Let's see if does animation do anything here. Oops. Let's put that on this as well. Okay, so do this one, save the performance. Nope, that didn't do anything. I'm going to put a little padding on that button though. Maybe I'm putting it on the whole thing. Or I delete on the performance in the date list. Yeah. Yeah, let's keep that as a possibility. Maybe. It's not the hugest mistake, but well, we'll see. Okay. Return to main log should clear filter text. Okay, that's good. And then we also added a quick save button uses today's date for a performance. Okay. Let's take the next thing. So, whoops. Show all logged performances, remarks at the song level. Okay, yeah, let's do that one first. Okay, so jam log, I guess it's more jam entry view, which I think maybe has become jam detail view. Since we're using it for viewing as much as we are data entry, I think I'll do it that way. Okay. Should make no difference to it. I guess I'm wondering if this is safe now. No. Okay. I don't know how much reach I have. I was trying to decide how close do I have to be to trigger the button. Pretty close. I mean, pretty far away. I mean, I have to clearly be over this thing or I'm going to trigger it. Which is funny in a way because this whole line is supposed to be tied to that. Sorry, let me just peek. This is on the H stack, so all right, let me make it very visible and very clear. Sorry, backing up a little bit. I think I'm just going to prove to myself how bad that is. So clicking in here, oh, that's what I want. Okay. Over here, that's fine. How close can I get? Okay. Yeah, tapping the song name clearly opens it. And since this area is far enough away, but it's still part of the song name stuff, I mean, 40 is obnoxious, but I was trying to put a little space in that would be owned by the line and not by the quick save. But yeah, 40 is really obnoxious. Let's try 8. And also notice that it seems to have shrunk it down. Before there was a little bit of the notes were kind of big and blocking that. Now here, boy. Yeah, he's got a pretty good buffer around him. Well, let me add that as a future question. Can we add buffer space around quick save button so we open details rather than save if we're not accurate in what we press? There's probably a way. Yeah, I think that's the real problem. I think the button, maybe I should just default the button to a different size. 40 is pretty big in this context, and that's, well, supposedly 8. Um, let's try a max width on it. I should have a preview on this view. It is. That's my understanding was 40. 40 is the recommended minimum button size. On the other hand, like, why should this thing get all the space when this button's just as important to us? Let me shrink. Let me shrink him way down and see if we can tell what's going on. Like, is he going to be chopped, or is he going to be there? Maybe neither, because oops. Well, he's not chopped. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, if I'm this far on this side, this far, I mean, I should be there. Yeah, okay. All right, we'll save that for future us. Okay. Show log performances. Let's go back to that. Detail view. All right. Well, I don't know if this should be like a different section. I still don't like this word performance. All right, and I think you get the performances. Boy, I think you're going to have to pass those in. I guess one of the things I was wondering, like, we have the song, and he's starting to pick up, well, he has picked up a number of fields, right? We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm adding remarks to the song level. Like, should there be an extended song that, should I add fields to the song to know the performance dates and all that stuff? And just let it own that object itself. I don't know who does now, right? Is Jamlog is the only thing that knows both. And we never ask him about performances. We only ask about last performance. He has a list of them. Well, Yeah, he doesn't even store them fancy, right? We probably should index it by song ID and make it a map or hash table of lists. Should the performance list show key and tuning? Well, what I'm thinking is that, he should show the remarks if there are any. I don't think he needs to show the key and tuning because we're not tracking those by performance, which is a little bit of a compromise, but I think it's mostly close enough that we should be okay. I mean, I think in normal circumstances, let me pull up my example. Where to go? If I have two versions of one song, let's see. I know we do in. Oh no, walking. We're walking in the parlors. Okay, yeah. So I have 4 versions of Walking in the Parlor. They're related songs, but they're not the same for sure. And we just added this one the other day. And basically, I go in and I add a new song because it's a new song because it's the version from Lee Hammond's. And so I would not, this is just, we happen to be in the key of C that night. And so we just played it. It's the same relative positions of frets and everything because DGD is one note up from C, F, C. C plus 1 is D, F plus 1 is G. So it was the same tune, but played in the quote wrong key or wrong tuning. Came out in F instead of G, just the way it does it. But yeah, these would be totally separate versions and same title, different source or something else. Instead of changing the song, you might add a remark about the tuning. Yeah, that's what I did in this case. Because it's my fingers are moving literally the same way, whether it's tuned to CFC or DGD. So that's kind of incidental to the performance of it. But if I'm playing Charlie Acuff versus Lee Hammond's, they're totally different songs. I mean, you might say, okay, I think they're in the same family, but they're not the same song. So I think it would be relatively rare to do a separate change in the tuning other than this. That just is plain remark to me, I guess. Now, you might have, some songs have the same version in multiple tunings. I don't know if Angeline might be one of them. Or, usually we play it in DAA. We're playing it in DGD. Okay, so this is key of D. DGD is key of G. It's similar fingering, but I've tracked it as a different thing. So I'm sorting this by the tuning, 148, the DGD tuning, as opposed to 155. Okay, D, E, F, G, A is 5 notes. So I would track it as a totally different song and a different tuning at that point. Okay, so, but I still have to get to these performance data. Oh, I see we're late for a break. So let's take our break and we'll come back and see what we can do to add, how we're going to get the performances in here to work with them. I think maybe we just had to be given them. We're getting details for the song. The details should include the performance. All right, so 3 or 4 minutes, we'll come back and deal with it. Welcome back. Okay. So what I'm going to do is put a text block here that just has the performances with a note. If there's a remark, I'll put it in parentheses after the performance. Okay, so let's show callers. No. Did we? No, we still have the plus. Okay. Now this one brings up a totally new entry, so there's no performance yet. Okay. And I think the performances. All right, yeah, let's just pass that in. Callers. This is the tricky one. So performances. And I'm going to treat this as an extract methods because this much is the same. So performances of song ID. Like that. I don't know if I can name this the same as the field. He seems very slow to find things. Okay. I think that sets us up. GM detail view. Right. Okay, so we have performances. Um, I might need a fixed in there somewhere. Text area. Well, maybe I can just do text. Okay. Right. Now this, again, it's just... All right, let's take performances. Map each one to date. Where do we display it up here? Now we display it here. Formatted date. Well, I don't know what I've done. Okay. Oh, I've got too much. join sequence of string to that. Ugh. Map returns a sequence. Map's returning a. This should become a. Let's see. This is some sort of formatted thing. All right, let's take this string off and see if it's redundant. I think it might be. Yeah. Okay, so this returns a string form of a date. Okay, so that converts it into a string, but the joined, I don't know why, but they've the joined returns the separator of whatever thing. So let me do it this way and say let result equal this, and then return string of result. It should be the same. Okay, and then. Well, let's say return here. Okay, and then let formatted remark equals perform $0 dot remarks is empty. We return nothing else. $0 dot remarks. Okay. Should be harmless. And then this is, I want to either return this. That. Okay. Date cannot be empty. The interface guarantees will always have one if they saved it. The list could be empty, but the date would not. Okay. Terminate string literal. Oh yeah. Okay, and then so the remarks is really, if it's there, it's. Oops. No way, puts. There. Okay. And then can I add that to the date? Yeah. Oh, performance got a constructor. No. Oh. This might break a test or something. Now, why is this one upset? Remarks. Fee could not be inferred. I think we left something out there. Okay. But that also suggests I haven't built, so this runs. I think if I put remarks in, oh, we can't see it, so it doesn't matter. Notes. Right. Yeah, we couldn't tell, but we left them out. Ugh. Okay. I guess they never showed up, so it was no harm, but now we want them. Okay. And the detail view. Now I want to do this. Let remark info equals that. Otherwise, space followed by parens, blah, that. Okay. Why aren't you showing that? Okay, so my example, I have date, which is today, and I have remarks, CFC, in the performance. And then when I show them, sorry, down here, performances is the performance info off performances. Am I leaving it out still? I did. Okay. It's the date and the remark info. Date's always present, so this is fine. Why are you in error? There. Okay. Now, I don't restrict. Yeah, I think I'm okay just setting the empty remark. There's only one real place where you create a new one going in, and that's for a new song. So that should be okay. Although, actually, we don't even need that, do we? Performances is empty. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see if this all works. Oops. Okay, so if I go in and I make a remark, let's set this back to Sunday. First time. Okay. And then that's still 12/8. That's good. Okay. Yeah, it will definitely need some modification if it's if they can delete. But I think the yeah, I think that's just gonna be a lower priority case. Whether you need a separate little screen to go delete it on with a list on it. Yeah, I don't think it's hard to add, and I think what we have covers you most of the way. And seriously, if you bump an extra one, like, it's not that big a deal. You didn't play that song. It's not a legal record. Okay. So I think that covers that one. It feels weird. I guess the difference is yeah, I know it's weird to me. Okay, let's add another one. December 1st. And look at it again. Now this is not sorted by date order, so I think we should do that on our remarks, our performances. This is gem log, and I think maybe this is getting to the point. Like that. Is it sorted? Okay, now I gotta. Unfortunately, we don't have persistence. Maybe this is enough to say there ought to be a test just for this guy, and let's do that. Okay, so I'll put him in today, and then I'll add an earlier one, and then look at the list. Did I bump it multiple times? Do that again. Okay, put in today. Okay. Yeah, now it's sorted. Okay, let's enforce that. I can take it out momentarily while we put a test in for it. Okay. Records performances. Well, that's probably a good start. Interesting. Those did not get tagged before. Okay, so let's let performances equal even if we put them in backwards. Okay, so we create two separate performances. The first one is after the second one. We put them in the log. Let's put the song in here just to make sure everything's kosher. And then if you look up the song and just get the dates back, they should be in the order date 2, date 1. Yeah, I probably did. Okay, the quick date tapped that wrong. Okay, so I don't know why. I guess we have not run tests. And this test should fail because I commented out that line. Okay. Okay. All right, and then the last thing is we want to make something like this on our other view. Now that view looks no, he's the same. Okay. The difference is, I think, because we have 4 things we want to do. Well, maybe it's 3 for now, and we'll save the count, the popularity one. But Well, yeah, because I think we want to say by name, by source, by last played, and by popularity. So I think maybe this has to be more of a drop down than a more of a drop down than a laid out picker. Now I don't know, is drop downs done with pickers as well? It's a menu. Pull down button. I don't remember seeing that. Disclosure group. Yeah, there's the picker. I don't want that monster. Okay, there's the drop down. Oh gosh. Text option, context menu. Well, that's a little more. Okay, well, let's start with that. Yeah, let me go check picker because they may have added one for that. Yeah, it's really picker style. Segmented or menu looks like. Options is a menu when the user presses a button, or is a sub menu in the larger button. Palette. I guess that's pretty close to that. Let's try menu first and see if that just works. Well, I don't need all that. Let's take a look at our first view. Yeah, what to define the sort order type. Name, what did I say? Why can't I remember? Source, yeah, that'd be interesting. Last played and popularity. I think I want to make him string. So we'll just use the actual value of the string. Okay. Picker style menu. I'm not going to worry about padding yet. Well, I was hoping he'd be a labeled thing, but I can work with it. Why isn't he selected the first one, though? Well, it didn't quite work. You think taking everything away will? Why isn't he updating? Or sort order. Let's take this off for a moment. It's not quite what I want. And it doesn't work. That's the bigger problem. What's going on? Log sort order dot all cases seems to give me all 4 cases. They're identifiable, so they shouldn't have a problem with that. What are you, the end of the picker? Yeah. Okay. Isn't this weird? Sort by sort order. Order dot raw value. I don't need the capitalized. Yeah, it doesn't appear to set the state. So I selected one, it doesn't show up as the selected value. I don't think that's any different with menu there. I was hoping it would reset this name. Show context menu. Okay, this was a different way. Swift UI gives us context menu for creating pop-up menus. Okay, let's try this version. Well, they're all buttons. It doesn't like that. No. That's not going to work. I hope not. Mixing sort order and the raw value. I mean, I'm just saying do all cases. That should give me an order. The text, well, I don't think that should. We don't want the Yeah. Yeah, so he needs the string value. All right, but let's go back to our first line. Pick order, sort order. We had a bunch of these. We had order row value dot capitalized. Well, let's try segmented style and see what happens. I probably don't need this. Yeah, I'll take these two out. And that's just a little tight if I run it on our tiny phone. I guess last played, most played. Maybe source can move up. Run. Sorry. Well, in this, oh. You would think the first one would start out selected. Make sure I made that a var. Private var, sort order, log sort order dot name. Okay. That one starts out highlighted. I've done something funny. All right. Let's go back here. We have state var sort order equals that. Maybe I got the wrong sort order or something. State, well, private shouldn't matter. Var sort order equals log sort order dot name. Looks a lot like add state var sort order equals library order dot name. Okay, vstack picker sort order selection sort order dot animation. I left off the animation. Picker sort order selection is dollar sort order, which is this one. Animation for each. I got a bunch of sort order library orders here. Order in that picker style segmented. Well, I can. All cases, I believe, gives you the actual enum values, .name, .whatever. But let's name them explicitly, I guess. Name .source .last played .most. It just doesn't seem like it selects it. Okay. It's blinking very quickly. I'm going to take these two out. If it seems like this might fit, because it did fit over here. And I'm going to make this most played. Okay. Well, we will start there tomorrow. I don't see how this could matter, but just to be clear, okay. Yeah, so we've got a mystery that it's not actually updating. Failed to send. These are background things from them. Okay. Anyway, we will pick up there tomorrow. I think we're very close. I mean, this is basically the same thing we did before. Log sort order. I don't do anything that's specific to it. I'm just puzzled. But anyway, we'll pick up there tomorrow, and hopefully we can figure it out a lot more quickly than today and move on to the persistence. But we did a lot during, we knocked out a lot of these things. I may delete some of these for now and just keep the name and the last played, just to let us add this other things later. Oh, we didn't do remarks. Okay, I'm gonna move this one down because we're gonna definitely save that for another day. Okay, but we did do this. All right. So we knocked out most of it. We'll figure out. We'll see if we can figure out the sorting thing tomorrow, and we'll move on. Maybe this will be quick enough, and then move on to storage. All right. Well, thank you, Mudshark, and anybody else watching, and have a good evening. I will see you tomorrow, 2 to 4:30 Eastern, 7 to 9:30 p.m. UTC. Have a good night. Bye-bye.